Um, as we know that water has the strong capabilities as a solvent, or they can dissolve a variety of things on the environmental or even in our body. As we mentioned before, this is the power of water. Sometimes these properties also become the disasters of water. For example, water has the excellent solvent capabilities, meaning that water can dissolve a lot of things, including salt, water, coffee, protein, and etc. Because it get easier to dissolve a variety of compounds. That means that water can react easily with a lot of things. When water meet the salt and sugar, and then they freely react each other and then dissolve the salt and sugar in the solid forms, the water itself can also react with a set of pollution, the potential source of pollution. For example, the soap detergents that like can make the water quality decrease. And when the water contains those molecules or compounds, the purity of water can be destroyed. And the water system, the high or excellent solvent capabilities of water also make water can react either in the liquid phase or in the gas phase. For example, here, even in the atmospheric system, the water can react with carbon dioxide or can dissolve the carbon dioxide in the gas phase, or methane gases, or ozone gases, or nitrous oxide. And then those gases in the atmosphere can get dissolved or can react easily without any force with water, meaning that the water system purity itself can get destroyed. That's also the dilemma where the water system, since they have excellence capabilities on solving things, but due to those properties, that can be disaster of water, because the water can get easily polluted when it get contact with any potential pollution. And this is the example, the mechanism of how water pollution occurred, meaning that if we have any certain of activities, for example, the ship, the tank ship, or marine culture sludge, or even the residential area near the water sources, and then those activities potentially produce a set of pollution, that the high or the excellence properties or solvent capabilities of water can dissolve those pollution and then make the water get easily polluted. Unfortunately, the water itself also has the capabilities to spread the pollution itself, since the water has the capillary properties that enable water could transfer again gravitational force. As we know that most of the molecules, they do the gravitational when the earth system makes the water uh, distribute vertically, but because the water has the capillary properties, that the water can spread horizontally. This fact make water pollution more easily distributed all along the vertical system, meaning that if we only rely on the gravitational force, that we could say that if we have any that anthropogenic activities that make the water get polluted, is only affect the vertical things. They can get distributed horizontally. So, but again, this uniqueness of water makes the pollution getting worse. That it's not only about the gravitational things or the vertical things, but also get distributed horizontally. So as we can see here on the picture, that there is some potential pollution from the human activities. For example, the livestock, they have a lot of waste like manure system or um, and also the agriculture. We use the fertilizer. The factories, we produce gases that can react with water in the air system, landfill, abandoned mines, a lot of things, sludge, the culture, aquaculture, and then those activities produce the pollution and then react with water, and then the water itself can get polluted. It's not only about the surface water but also including the groundwater system. Here we can see that the polluted water can goes into the soil system and then uh, degrade the groundwater. So meaning that even the groundwater system, they don't, like meet in person with the pollution system, but the groundwater system can get polluted due to the capillary properties of water that can spread the pollution not only vertically but also horizontally. That's the fact that make us should care about the water, especially the surface water and the groundwater system, meaning that we have to understand the chemistry of water so we can uh, try to avoid or prevent the degradation of water itself. Talking more deep understanding related to how the water and soil system works. As we know that the capillary properties that we mentioned before that makes water can distribute the pollution vertical and horizontal. As we can see here in the left side of the picture, I got the source from UN, the FAO, that some contamination that can be distributed due to the capillary and gravitational force of waters. For example, the heavy metals, fertilizer, pesticide, herbicide, and hydrocarbons. Those potential contamination can get uh, distributed by the water system vertically and horizontally. As we can see here, um, as we can see here, there's a lot of activities in on the surface of Earth, and those pollution get distributed by water vertically to the deeper layer of soil and then reach the groundwater system. And there is a lot of biochemical processes occur during the distribution or the transport of pollution on the soil system. For example, here there are 9 major processes that determine the fate of contamination on soil. And again, this transport and fate is supported by water itself. For example, the free transport and diffusion, because the soil system, they have a set of particle size, the soil properties itself, the physical occlusion, ion exchange, precipitation, abiotic degradation, redox processes, and then volatilization, sorption and desorption, and adsorption and biodegradation. And again, all of these 9 major processes can get supported or by the water systems itself. So that's meaning that the soil can support the water to distribute the pollution on the soil system itself. So that's why, like, especially in Indonesia, as we know that Indonesia has a very also a good, I could say good, but um, a, a very unique soil system that makes the pollution transport uh, and fade easily compared to maybe the other places, because we are in the equatorial system where most of our soil system has a lot of organic compounds, makes those 9 major processes could get or occur on those on the pollution, transport, and fate. Yeah, that's the mostly the beginning on the chemistry of water, how the water can get contaminated in general, where soil system also be as an object that makes the water pollution can get distributed on the soil and reach the groundwater system. On the next meeting, we will talk more deep related to water contamination itself. Thank you, and we'll talk about it soon.